follow up that.
Honorable Chief Whip.
Well, hello, good afternoon, and thank you so much for staying with us here on TV3. Also, thank you for joining us on our social media platforms at TV3 Ghana. Happening now, we're taking you to Parliament, where the House is in session. And if you look at the order paper for the day, there's some interesting happenings currently ongoing in Parliament as we speak. There's some questions programmed for some ministers, including the Minister for Transport, the Minister for the Interior, as well as the Roads and Highways Ministry. Also, we have some concerns on the counterfeit dollars and gold bars at Sappeman. You remember the bust that happened some months ago. Also, the plan to deport foreign nationals during Galamsey. All of these are for the Minister for the Interior to respond to questions that members of Parliament will ask him. Also happening today, the expectation is that the Transport Minister will answer questions on the renovation of the Kotoka International Airport, as well as some conversations or provide some answers to on the use of electric vehicles in the country. The Roads and Highways Minister will take more constituency specific questions. So we're taking you to Parliament right now, where my colleague Christian Yali will be joining us later. But at the moment, sitting is ongoing. Leadership have been speaking. The entire process that begins for proceedings to continue. I'm talking about prayers, roll call, correction of votes and proceedings. They've all happened, and sitting is in full force. At the moment, we understand the Minister for the Interior is answering questions that have been asked of him by these members of Parliament. And I should tell you that these questions are coming from both sides of the House. Some of the questions have been advertised in the order paper, some of the answers advertised in the order paper as well. Let's take you to Parliament now.
Rather than doing a narration, but constantly he has refused to take a cue. That is why I'm moving to the next question, also standing in his name.
He will take a cue. So may we revert to the first
strictly supplementary question.
And then he can ask his supplementary question. No.
So strictly supplementary question.
Yes.
So take a cue.
Honorable Speaker, I rise to ask the Minister what steps he's taking to apply for reclassification of Narcotics Control Commission as a security and intelligence agency pending the overhaul of Act 1030. Thank you.
Yes, Honorable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, because this is embedded in Article 83 of our Constitution, it makes it a bit difficult if you don't get the Constitution amended itself. But what the steps we've taken is I've gone to the National Security Council and I've made a case for Narcotics Control Commission Director General to be allowed to sit in as an observer so that he will participate in the national security meetings as such. And also we've taken steps to ensure that the Regional Security Council, they also sit as official, the same with the District Security Council, pending the amendment to the Act and getting the Constitution rightly amended. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Honourable members, let's move to question number 6B, also standing in the name of Reverend John Tim Fojo, Member of Parliament for Asin South. You have the floor.
Right, Honorable Speaker, I rise to ask the Minister for the Interior what steps the Ministry is taking to procure and install narcotics detection scanners at all critical and required checkpoints at the airports and cargo stations to replace the broken down scanners to ensure effective narcotics control. I thank you.
Yes, Honorable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, body and baggage scanners are vital tools in the frontline operations of the Narcotics Control Commission, particularly at the airport, where the concealment of narcotic substances has become increasingly sophisticated. Unfortunately, the current state of the broken down scanner at the key airport and cargo checkpoints significantly hampers effective narcotics detection and undermine national and international security efforts. Past attempts to repair the faulty scanners were unsuccessful due to severe technical challenges and the unavailability of critical components to service and operationalize the broken down machinery. To remediate this, a cost-benefit analysis was conducted by the ministry but determined that procuring new scanner rather than repairing obsolete equipment will be the most efficient and sustainable solution, particularly since new scanners are embedded with more robust technology that will make the detection more efficient. Mr. Speaker, recognizing the urgency of this matter, the ministry has made dedicated budgetary provision under the security sector retooling program to procure advanced body and baggage scanners to enhance the operations of the agency at the airport. These scanners are essential not only for improving the ability of Narcotics Control Commission to detect and intercept illicit drug, but also for aligning Ghana's counter-narcotic effort with international best practice in airport security and trade facilitation. Furthermore, Mr. Speaker, given the global security implication of narcotics trafficking, the Ministry, in collaboration with the Narcotics Control Commission, are actively engaging both local and international partners to mobilize additional donor support to expedite the procurement and deployment of these scanners. This intervention points to the urgency with which the government and Narcotics Control Commission are poised to achieving effective fight against drug trafficking at our airports and therefore demand the immediate replacement of outdated and non-functional scanners with modern detection technology. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Supplementary question.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Considering the fact that given the broken down scanners at the ports, narcotic substances could easily transit our ports and posing a significant risk to our collective fight to ensuring zero tolerance to narcotics, when can the ports be installed with effective and running scanners to ensure our ports do not become transit points for narcotics? Thank you.
Yes, Honorable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, yes, I acknowledge the challenges and the concern of honorable colleague, but you know the procurement process has to be followed. But what we are doing in the interim is that we are using these sniffer dogs, and each time we see substance that looks like drug, we try to get it to laboratories to test for its for confirmation or otherwise. So yes, I know that having the scanner at the airport will have been an excellent one, but because of this challenge and having to go through the procurement process, which is delayed, we are currently using sniffer dogs to enhance the tracking and search for possible drugs at the airport. I can assure my colleagues that as soon as funds are available, we'll make sure that we procure it because it is so important, not just for only narcotics cases, but for all other cases like people who are smuggling gold and smuggling other things that are not supposed to be smuggled at the airport. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. We then move to question number 6C, standing in the name of Honorable Emmanuel Kwaku Boam, Puru East. Very well. Yes.
Speaker, the honorable member for Puru East, it's a member of his caucus and they are presently engaged with the Trade Ministry. So may I seek your leave to ask the member for question team to ask the question on his behalf. Mr. Speaker, I thank you for the opportunity.
Mr. Speaker, I don't know under which rules the majority chief whip is asking your leave for that to be done. Mr. Speaker, you always guide us. And 88.3 is very clear. And with your permission, I read, Mr. Speaker. in the absence of the member and any other member so authorized, may, with the prior permission of the Speaker, ask the question. If the Majority Chief Whip wants to ask the question, he should seek your leave and state that he has been authorized to ask the question. But he cannot make that application on behalf of somebody, or he can guide the member to do the application, and that's not the rule.
Mr.
Yes.
Speaker, my brother Habib didn't listen to me carefully. He did not. He did not. The provision that he read is not applicable in this situation because the member did not authorize the member for questioning him to do so. But he did not. He did. Oh, please. He did not. His application to me is to have the question stood down so that he will rush here. But I think that given the nature of the business, I want to seek your leave to get the member for questioning team to ask the question so we can make progress.
Honorable Majority Chief Whip.
Please. So,
Honorable Majority Chief Whip.
yes, Mr.
Does
Speaker.
the member for questioning team has the authority of the questioner?
Mr. Speaker, oh, please. No, please. Mr. Speaker, I am saying that the member is pleading with me to make an application to you to have the questions stood down. So he will rush from the engagement with the ministry, with his caucus, and be here to have the question asked. But given the nature and the speed at which we are moving, I fear that he may not come to meet the House and meet the minister to ask the question.
Well, I will want to.
So my prayer is that.
Honorable Chief Whip.
Mr. Speaker,
I would prefer having the questions stood down. If he's not here, by the time we finish with the urgent questions, he must do well to authorize the member to ask the question.
I'm so grateful, Mr. Speaker.
Let's move to question numbered 6D. Standing in the name of Honorable Professor Kinsley Nyako, Member of Parliament for Kwadaso, you have the floor.
Mr. Speaker, with your indulgence, I would like to seek some amendment on the question because what I have in my hand, I've seen some minor changes. So if you allow, then we can do the amendment before I ask the question. So if you come to...
Well, I do not know the nature of the amendment and whether or not the nature of the amendment will change the intendment of the question.
Please, it won't. Typo, sorry? It won't. Some typographical errors. Yeah. Mr. Speaker, so on the third line,
Honorable Member,
Mr. Speaker,
you know the rule is that when you file a question, sometimes the person who is going to admit the question may advise on certain changes. So if the amendment that you are seeking to do will not change the intendment of the question, I would advise that you proceed to ask the question as
thank you.
Per the order paper.
Thank you very much. So I rise to ask the Minister for the Interior the current state of investigations into the murder of Gideon Owusu Sapon, a mobile money vendor at the former Onion Market at Kwadaso on 20th March 2025, and the measures put in place to ensure the safety of vendors and customers. Thank you.
Yes, Honorable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, on the 10th of March 2025, complainant Anzim James of house number plot 66, block 14, Oforikrum Kumasi called at Kwadaso Police Station and reported that he could not reach out to Gideon Osu Sapon, a mobile money vendor, for the past 2 days. That when he visited his residence at Old Soldier Barracks, Kwadaso, he noticed foul smell and swarm of houseflies surrounding the window, so he informed the police. The Speaker, on receipt of the information, police proceeded to the scene and found the body of the deceased, aged about 24 years, lying in a prone position on his bed with multiple wounds on his legs, left shoulder, neck, and face in a pool of blood. The Speaker, his legs and hands were tied with ropes at the back and his mouth covered with sellotape. The crime scene management team, led by Deputy Superintendent of Police, Mr. Francis Nimo, visited the scene of the crime. The scene was processed and fingerprints impressions were lifted. Exhibits such as kitchen knife, cutlass, and face cap were retrieved from the scene. The body was conveyed to the Konfanochi Teaching Hospital morgue for preservation and autopsy. On the 13th of March 2025, postmortem examination was performed on the body of the deceased by a pathologist at Konfanochi Teaching Hospital, Dr. Kobna Owusu Enikura, after the body was identified by the uncle of the deceased, Reverend George Oboku, in the presence of police. The cause of death was given as strangulation, B-sharp edge injury in the anterior neck, unnatural. Investigations revealed that the deceased Gideon Osu Sapon was employed by John Bright Amo as a mobile money vendor at Racecourse, Kumasi, but resident at Old Barracks, Kwadaso. Due to the location of the business, the deceased received large sums of money from customers, especially from onion markets, onion traders traveling to and from Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso. He usually closes from work at about 6 p.m. On the 8th of March, Mr. Speaker, 2025, at about 8 p.m., the deceased returned home, and when he entered his room, he was attacked by assailants who had laid ambush for him in the house. He was stabbed multiple times with knife on his legs, left shoulder, neck, and face, after which they tied his legs and hands with a rope and robbed him of his iPhone, other phones, cash sum of 200,000, and mobile money SIM card numbers 059 4226 055 4869150, and 0241 480 313, with e-cash amounted to over 400,000. The assailants, after the attack, locked the door outside with a padlock. It has also been established that the robbers transferred cash from the deceased phones to other mobile money vendors, which are being traced. On the 21st of March 2025, police intelligence led to the arrest of suspect Charles Kwame Danso, alias Italy, at Onkrono, Kumasi. During investigation, caution statement was obtained. He admitted to the offense and mentioned suspect Philip Kofi Fodio, alias Left Eye, Samuel Ade Mensah, and Martin Amwa, alias Baba Machu, as his accomplices. Suspect Charles Kwame Danso, alias Italy, led police to arrest suspect Philip Kofi Fodio, alias Left Eye, and Samuel Ade Mensah at Etimetim, Kumasi. They both denied their involvement in the offenses. However, they admitted to being friends to the suspect Charles Kwame Danso and Martin Amwa, alias Baba Machu, who is at large. On the 27th of March 2025, Suspect Martin Amwa alias Baba Macho was arrested at Mount Tema. In his investigation caution statement, he mentioned suspect Mavis JC as one of the accomplices. On 3rd April 2025, suspect Mavis JC was also arrested at Ponkrono, Kumasi. However, she denied her involvement. Suspects Charles Kwame Danso, aka Italy, Philip Kofi Fojo, aka Left Eye, Samuel Ade, Martin Amwa, aka Baba Macho, and Mavis JC were arraigned before Asukwa Magistrate Court, presided over by Her Lordship Mrs. Ifwa Densi Asare Echre. Charges and facts read, plea not taken. Suspects were remanded into prison custody to reappear on 16 July 2025. Meanwhile, on 17 June 2025, the duplicate case docket has been sent to the Attorney General's Office, Kumasi, for study and advice. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Any supplementary?
Mr. Speaker, I want to thank the Honorable Minister and the Interior Ministry and the Police Service for a very good job done. But I'm pleading with them to expedite the process for justice to be done in favor of the departed brother who lives in the constituency. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you so much. We then move to question number E. Standing in the name of Daniel Nana Ado Kenneth, Member of Parliament for Okre.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise to ask the Minister for Roads.
Honourable Member, hold it. Honourable members, in the circumstances, let's vary the order of questions so that we can take the normal questions for the minister responsible for interior. We can discharge him. Then we come back to the rest of the urgent questions standing in the name of other ministers. Honourable members, is that agreeable to the House?
Speaker, that is so. We are in agreement.
Very well.
That we vary.
The application is to vary the order of questions so that we take normal questions standing in the name of the minister responsible for interior. Then we can have the minister responsible for interior discharged. Then we bring in another minister who will also answer urgent questions and proceed to answer normal questions.
Mr. Speaker, as much as we might not have the difficulty in it, but the majority front bench should learn how to engage us in some of these things. If we are engaged, we won't have any difficulty in doing so. But because if you want to vary the order of business to go to questions rather than continue with agent questions, learn to engage us so that we agree and then we can have this thing flowing. But for you to just do it as if you can just say it. And
your point is well noted, except that is a suggestion emanating from the chair. That is why I am asking whether we are in agreement with it.
So, Mr. Speaker, we have no difficulty because, you know, the minister responsible for interior is a former leader. We have no problem. We have that respect for him. But the front bench, the majority chief whip, should learn how to engage us.
So, honourable members, with this, yes, Chief Whip?
Speaker, I thank you for the opportunity that the application didn't come, in fact, the request didn't come from the majority front bench. So we are adding them that the business
very well, very well. Honourable Daniel Nana Ado Kenneth, we'll come back to an urgent question where you have your turn to pose the question to the road minister. So, honourable members, let's move to question number 148, item number 7. Yes.
Mr. Speaker, question number 148. I have the authority of the member to stand down the question.
Very well. Question numbered 169. Standing in the name of Honorable Frank Aseru Bequin. To whom?
Mr. Speaker, I rise to ask the Minister for Interior the state of the interception of an alleged massive haul of counterfeit US dollars, Ghanaian cedi notes, and suspected gold bars hidden in a 20-feet containers at a warehouse in Sapema on the 9th of March 2025.
Yes, Honorable Minister, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, in March 2025, security operatives acting on intelligence report successfully intercepted suspected counterfeit US dollars and fraudulent gold bars stored in a shipping container located at Sipeman area. Mr. Speaker, following established security protocols, the exhibits were securely protected. Later, in the interest of accountability, the media, an important partner in this effort, was invited to cover the story for reporting purposes. The National Security is also collaborating with the United States Embassy to confirm the authenticity of the suspected counterfeit currencies. At the same time, there is a collaboration with the Bank of Ghana and the Ghana Gold Board to confirm the authenticity of the intercepted gold bar and Ghana cedis. Mr. Speaker, it is worth mentioning that the operation was initiated following days of monitoring and tracking the modus operandi of the suspects. However, on the day the swoop was taken, the prime suspect had escaped before the security personnel arrived at the scene. However, investigations is ongoing to identify the suspect and their agent and the extent of the operation. Thank you very much, Speaker.
Any supplementary?
Can the minister name these suspects?
Can you name the suspects?
No, because of the nature of the operation. At this stage, it's not possible to name the suspect because we are still trying to apprehend all those involved. But what I can tell you is that the lead person is not even a Ghanaian. But we believe that he has collaborators who are Ghanaians that are facilitating this kind of operation. So if you notice, I'm sure you may have some information. Where we find the containers, we've still left it in the same compound. We've only provided security men and women guarding to make sure that we ourselves don't even tamper with the content of the container. So you can be rest assured, once the investigation and the operations is over and we are able to apprehend all those involved, we'll put their names, definitely they will be before court and their names will be known. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much. Honourable members, let's move to question number 171. Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Minister, in your answer, you did say that you were collaborating, the National Security was collaborating with the U.S. Embassy to authenticate the currency, that's the U.S. dollars. I'm wondering, why would you want to collaborate with the U.S. Embassy to authenticate the dollars? Whilst we have counterfeit machines in all the banks, the Bank of Ghana also do have a counterfeit machine. Even Abochi, using his fingertips, can tell you that this is fake or this is genuine. Why would you want to waste time since March to hear from the U.S. Embassy before you continue? Thank you.
Honorable Minister, you have the floor.
Well, let me say here and now, and emphatically, in fact, they wrote to us wanting to be part of it, because it was US dollars. They wanted to be sure the routes and how these guys get to even do what they were doing. So they wrote to us wanting to be part of the operation. That's why I told you that when it came to the issue of the counterfeiting, our reliance was on the Bank of Ghana and the gold board for the gold. But they invited themselves in by writing to us that once the US dollar is mentioned, they want to be part of it. And as you may know, because I know you're a former ambassador, when it comes to the US dollar, the US don't joke with that currency. Anywhere in this world where the currency could be affected, they want to be there and they want to protect their currency. And that's why they came in, but not because we have doubt and we believe that they were the only people who could authenticate it. No. In fact, they wrote and wanted to be part of it because they want to be part of the investigation so that if there's a syndicate that is related to their citizens, they'll be able to break the syndicate. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Question number 171. Standing in the name of Honorable Frank Asedru Bakwin, Member of Parliament for Suhun.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise to ask the Minister for Interior to provide an update on arrests made on 4th of March 2025 on the Cape Coast to Takoradi Highway in respect of some substances alleged to be illicit drugs.
Yes. Honorable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, in March 2025, state security agencies conducted intelligence-led operations across central and western regions, resulting in the interception of substances suspected to be cocaine, weighing 3,313 kilograms, and the arrest of some individuals. Following comprehensive investigation and laboratory testing that confirmed the substance as cocaine, 2 suspects were arraigned before court and subsequently granted bail. Scientists from the Ghana Standard Authority were subsequently invited to conduct additional testing on the substances, after which the court issued an order for the destruction of the seized substance. The destruction was subsequently carried out on 20th of June 2025 at Bundazi in the Greater Accra region. It must be mentioned that apart from the, Mr. Speaker, it has to be mentioned that apart from the driver and his assailant, 4 other individuals were subsequently arrested and granted bail. 2 prime suspects are, however, at large. Efforts are ongoing to arrest them. The next court hearing of the matter is scheduled to take place on 24th of July 2025. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Any supplementary?
Mr. Speaker, I want to appreciate from the Minister who are these suspects and are they politically exposed?
Well, Mr. Speaker.
All members, order.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, like I rightly said, 2 persons that we suspect are the lead persons are at large. And it is the reason why you don't put the names. Anyone who has worked within the security area will tell you, once you've not finished apprehending all the suspects, you don't put out names, because the moment you put out names, you are giving others the opportunity to escape. But like I said, those that we have arrested have been put before court, they got a bail, and the next court hearing is on the 24th of July. And maybe, I know you may want to say that who and who have been put before the court. That's a public record, and I necessarily don't need to come and mention. If you are truly interested, they are listed. But you are asking, are they politically, exposed? What I know for certain is that none of them is a member of parliament or a minister or a former MP or a relation of any MP or a former, a minister or MP. But when you say, are they exposed, you may not be able to tell until you finish the investigation and you get those that have absconded. Then you may try to say that, are they linked to any person or that person? But for now, all those that we have in hand, I can assure you that none is a member of parliament or a former MP or a minister or a former minister or a known party activist. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Dr. Kabiru.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I would like to find out from the minister, why is it that a suspect wanted by the police for investigation cannot be presented to the public to aid in the arrest of such a person? Thank you very much.
Yes, Honorable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, I want to repeat once again. Once you have not concluded investigation, when you provide names, you are providing leads. When you are done with investigation, you even publish them as wanted, because now you are done, and you are certain that this is the complete syndicate or those that you are looking for. You then even advertise that these are wanted individuals. You can use Interpol, which our country is a member, to even track them if you know where they are. But at the time that some of them are at large, putting out names is not useful. You will jeopardize the investigation. But once it's done, they are sometimes even put as wanted list, on the wanted list, and on the Interpol list for tracking and possible arrest wherever they find themselves in the world. But we are not done with the investigations. And you always want to believe that these are not just mere persons who just do this. Sometimes the connivers are with people even very close to the enforcement agencies. That is why you don't provide the names when you are not done with the investigation. Other than that, you will see sometimes in the media, you see police saying somebody is wanted for this crime and that crime. It is because then they are finished and they are certain that this is the closed circuit. But when you are not done with that, you don't put out the names, because when you do that, you are compromising your operations. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Yindam, you have the floor.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Mr. Speaker, according to the minister, the investigations and prosecutions are still ongoing. And per the answer, 24th of this month, the case will be heard again. By reading the answers he provided, he said those substances have been destroyed. According to the minister's answer, after testing, they have destroyed the substances. So I don't know how that can be done, or I want to find out from him. So what evidence are they now going to use to prosecute? Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
Yes, Honorable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, let me encourage my colleagues to sometimes learn these rules of how they destroy this thing. On our own, we can never take the drugs and go and destroy it. We have to secure a court order. So when you arrest, it's been tested, you do a second test like as indicated, it's confirmed. You now notify the court that, yes, this has been confirmed. So if, for example, you are looking for Honorable Nindam over 8, it's confirmed that it's cocaine. So the issue about 8 is no longer an issue. It's when you are investigating, you are not certain whether it is or not. That's where you keep it. But once you confirm, because remember, storage is a problem. Because you don't want to keep it. We've had a situation in this country where drugs that have been stored got lost. So the moment you confirm that it is substance, you go to court and get authorization, so you destroy it, because it's no longer an issue in the investigation. Yes, so in this instance, that's it. It's been confirmed by the court, and we already have about 6 people in hand. So the court gave us authorization to destroy it, and we did that, I think, on the 20th of June. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes. Yes. This may be the last supplementary question.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Right, Honorable Minister, I think the question that Honorable Nyindam was asking for is the evidence of the destruction. Is it possible that you can provide evidence of the destruction or the people that witnessed that destruction? I think that is what you wanted to find out.
Honorable member, we all heard the question posed by Nyindam very clear. His view was that once the people are not tried, some are at large, why should you destroy the evidence? And the minister has answered that question to the effect that it has been tested and certificated, and the court order was to destroy it. We lived in a country where exhibits were lost, so they don't want to keep this exhibit for long. So I think the question has been answered by Honorable Nyindam. Please, Honorable
Speaker,
Minority Whip, you have the floor.
Let me attempt not to stand in breach of Order 88.7. It's quite interesting, the revelations given by the minister. Is it the case that the order from the court was based on application from the ministry, and there is evidence of the court order that prescribed the destruction of, in this context, you can call it cocaine, because you have confirmed that the substance was confirmed as cocaine. Are you able to give us these further details?
Yes, Honorable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, yes, it was done publicly. In fact, it was even announced that on this day, this time, and the media covered it. I want to believe that if you Google now the destruction that was done on Trinity, you should find it, because it was something that was done publicly. But usually this one normal happens. You have a number of substances, some of them Indian hemp, others, you keep saving. Now when you secure court order to destroy them, you put them together. So for example, you go, you've confirmed everything, and the court order has been given for destruction. You announce to the public, you carry the media, and most of the time when we are doing this, our international partners are interested, and they also come to observe and to ensure that truly it destroyed and destroyed properly. So I want to believe that if you Google, you even find evidence of the video. But if it is the will of the House, why not? I can provide some of the videos for you. I'm sure the Director General is behind me. He may even be interested in WhatsApping some of the video that maybe I'll be able to WhatsApp to the minority leadership immediately. Thank you very much.
Yes. Can we end the supplementary with Honorable Nyindam based on our agreement?
Mr. Speaker, I would like to find out from the minister if it will please him to if you can make available a copy of the court order for the destruction of the said substance to us, so that we can.
Honorable member, the law that this House passed. Honorable member, the law that this House passed stipulates how these exhibits are supposed to be destroyed. Honorable Minister, they want you to produce the order.
Mr. Speaker, I can assure the leadership and the table office, I'm going to WhatsApp the court order to them immediately. I'm saying that I've just asked that they should scan and send it to me, so that I'll send it, so that I don't even need to go out and later bring it, so that I can WhatsApp it. So when I WhatsApp it to the table office, they will print and make copies for you.
Honourable members, let's move. Do you have a supplementary question?
Speaker, I'm wondering they want the honourable minister to lay his phone because he needs to get the order for them, so he won't do that. And the ashes.
Yes, Majority Leader.
Right, Honorable Speaker, I want to find out from the minister whether next time when they are burning it, he would like to invite some of the members on this side so that they can inhale the smoke.
Honorable Majority Leader, your question is not emanating from the answer nor the question posed. Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. On a more serious note, I have been wondering, here is a case where we've had an incident where an exhibit got lost. Would it be wrong for the minister to prescribe a much safer way of keeping this exhibit? I think we should be looking at that of it because the distraction is raising all kinds of doubts and reasons. Thank you.
Honorable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, I can assure my colleague that the law has made adequate provision as to how we keep them. But each time we have them, and for example, we have insisted that let's not keep this exhibit for long, for the possibility of individuals ever thinking of tampering with them. Because you see, we have exhibits room where each day when there's activities, you open and then you keep for safekeeping. Now, if you keep so many of them there and it is tampered with, it becomes a problem. Yes, there are cameras, there are all the things. If you have to open the safe, all the protocols are there. But remember, we are dealing with human beings. So our practice is that don't let it stay for long. Take the necessary steps, go to court, get the court order, and then it gets escorted in the public, in the glaring eye of the public. You invite the media, invite the international partners. There's a UN organization that's interested in what we call drugs and crime. They will come and observe the UNDP, a lot of the others, Interpol. You invite all of them to come and see what the court order is and the substances in individual. It is checked. So, for example, this one that we said 3,313 kilo, it will be checked that truly that's the 3,313 kilo. All of them will be checked before the distraction. So there's a law governing how it is done. So I can assure you that it is not done in the night. It is not done in secret. It is not done in a back room somewhere. It is done in an open where everyone who wishes to be there is there. And like the majority that suggested, maybe the next time we are going to do distraction, Mr. Speaker, with your permission, we could invite some members of parliament to come and observe the process so that they can appreciate what it takes to distraction. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Question number 171. Standing in the name of Honorable Frank Asedo Bequin. Honorable Member, you have the floor.
Mr. Speaker,
172.
172.
172, yes.
Mr. Speaker, I rise to ask the Minister for Interior the current status of the implementation of the national security strategy outlined by His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo in 2020.
Yes, Honorable Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, in June 2021, the Ghana launched its National Security Strategy 2020 under the theme A Secured and Prosperous Ghana with Regional, Continental and Global Reach and Influence. Despite being designated as a 2020 document, it was officially unveiled in 2021 to serve as a guiding framework for Ghana's security agencies and their operations. The strategy included provisions for anesthesia requiring various stakeholder agencies to develop complementary mini strategy aligned with the overreaching document. The prescribed timeline for this development ranged from March 2021 to June 2021. The Speaker, however, at the time of the strategy's launch, the deadline for most agencies to prepare their mini strategies had already passed. The strategy mandates the establishment of a review committee to evaluate and update the document every 4 years, indicating that the first comprehensive review was due in 2024. Mr. Speaker, given the evolving global, regional, sub-regional, and national security landscape, a comprehensive review is essential to ensure effective implementation and monitoring of Ghana's security objectives. In response to this need, the National Security Framework remains relevant response and aligned with contemporary security. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Any further question?
Yes, I'd like to appreciate from the Minister if the ministry will consider implementing the strategy and reviewing it as time goes on.
Yes, Honorable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, yes, I can assure my colleague it is the guiding principle now, and we've been using it to guide most of our operations. Yes, like our scientist said, looking at the season of time, we need to come up with a review, and we are in the process of doing that. But we are currently using the strategy to implement most of the things that we are embarking on. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honourable members, let's move back to question number 148. Standing in the name of Ms. Shirley Che Echima Mobiaja. Yes.
Speaker, the Honourable Habib made an earlier application to stand down that particular question. So
yes.
With your leave.
So the earlier ruling that I have given is that if at the time we are finishing with the minister, the member who posed the question is not in, then we will take the appropriate decision.
Speaker, with respect, that earlier directives was in respect of the Honourable.
Yes, it is applicable for this one. And because we are now on normal question before we move to urgent question, that is why I am calling on the question.
Okay, Speaker, then our response is that we are making, with your leave, we want that question stood down. 148 stood down.
Yes, that is why I'm saying that the question can only be stood down so long as we have other questions for the minister. But as we speak right now, apart from question number 148 and urgent question number C, we have no further question for the minister. And these are the two questions stood down. So should we take a decision on the two?
Mr. Speaker?
Yes.
My indications are that 148 will be withdrawn. Then the 6C,
yes,
which was stood down in the name of Honorable Buam. Honorable Buam is here. So we may have to go back to urgent his question.
Very well. So question numbered 148 is hereby withdrawn.
It's accordingly withdrawn, Mr. Speaker. I thank you for the opportunity.
Question number 6C. Honourable Member, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I would want to ask the Minister for Interior the concrete steps the ministry is taking to curb armed robbery, attacks, and violent attacks on the Edrayeji stretch.
Honourable Minister, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I wish to state that the Asante Regional North is one of the newly created regions, which was commissioned on the 18th of July 2023. Below are the activities undertaken with some challenges faced. Edra, Yeji, and Setidumasi Nkranza stretch. The Speaker, currently, Edra Command operates one snap checkpoint at Kesey, a barrier at a barrier at Droma Kuma with one FPU patrol team between Kasey and Droma Kuma on the Idra Yeji stretch. The command also plans to set up additional snap checkpoints at Idra Nkwanta, Kuruntihini Junction and Prison Junction to be supported by a patrol team in the Idra Yeji stretch of the road. We have also deployed 50 police officers well trained on highway robbery on the Yeji Atibobo stretch and provided an additional pickup vehicle to support their operations. The Speaker, the challenges that we have are additional manpower and vehicles that are needed on the Idra Yeji stretch and the Idra Nkranza stretch. Additional snap checks are also needed, and 2 patrol teams are also being considered at Ebuem and Bayere Nkwanta on the Idra Nkranza road, and another for Setidumasi Nkranza and Setidumasi and Yinaso Boama road. The Speaker, Mompong Idra stretch. Mompong district operates 2 snap checkpoints at Santaso Bridge, Thick Forest, and a barrier at Buantem with 4 police unit patrol team at Edura Scrap. The command also planned to build a post around Santaso Bridge and Thick Forest to be supported with a vehicle to operate around the clock. There is a weak bridge at Santaso on the Mampong, a Buatim stretch, leaving drivers with no choice to slow down. The construction of this bit will go a long way. The construction of this bit will go a long way to reduce the robbery incident on this stretch. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honourable members, before supplementary question, let me acknowledge the presence of students from Esikam Presbyterian Basic School. They are led by Ade Prisla, headmistress. They are from Abuakwa South, the number 62. We also have Trifo Praso Senior High School, led by David Tepper, teacher. They are from Trifo Etimonkwa, 105 in number. And we also have Akenten Apia, Minka University of Skills, Training and Entrepreneurial Development, led by Silvanus Fifi Brookman Kofi, patron. They are from Kwadaso. Is a member of Parliament for Kwadaso here. They are 68 in numbers. May you have a fruitful visit to Parliament of Ghana. Thank you for coming. Yes, any supplementary question?
Mr. Speaker, I want to thank the Honourable Minister for the response to the question. But I stand here with a heavy heart and trying to wish a businessman who lost his life just this Sunday after coming for...
Honourable member, respect the rules.
Normal business.
Honourable member, respect the rules. You either ask a supplementary question or you humbly resume your seat. Honourable members, we owe fidelity to the rules. So if you don't have any supplementary question, kindly resume your seat.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. For now, no supplementary questions.
Thank you very much. Honourable members, may I thank the Minister for attending upon the House and answering questions. Honourable Minister, you are hereby discharged. We move to urgent question numbered D. Minister for Roads and Highways, may you kindly take your designated seat. Honourable members, question 6C, standing in the name of Mr. Daniel Nana Addo Kenneth, Member of Parliament for Okre. You now have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise to ask the Minister for Roads and Highways the urgent safety measures being implemented to reduce the rampant occurrence of accidents on the Edukom Asisieso Akwini to Trom Junction Road and Edukom Nkurakan Road, particularly the Edukom Bepoase Asinima Okakojo Junction and Kobo Kobo Onyambeche Aboma Junction section. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Honourable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, the Nkurakan to Edukrom to Trom Junction Road, R42, is a vital regional road in the eastern region, connecting several towns and serving as a link between major transportation routes. It is part of road network which support north-south movement across the Volta and eastern regions. Current program. The project was awarded under the contract titled Reconstruction of Nkurakan, Edukrom, and then Edukrom to Trom Junction Road. The project commenced on the 23rd of December 2020 for completion by 18th of July 2024. The project is substantially completed and is in defect liability period. Stage 5 of the road safety audit post-opening stage is being carried out to monitor and evaluate the road's performance against the features that have been implemented. This includes conducting accident investigation analysis to identify blind spots and propose further safety measures to reduce accidents.
Any supplementary?
Yes, Mr. Speaker. The Minister indicates that evaluation is being done. I would like to ask the Minister, in the interim, what key measures can he put in place? Because within this first quarter alone, we've had about 66 casualties and 15 deaths on that road. And knowing how hilly the place is, with very sharp curves, can the Minister propose some immediate step-guard measures while this safety evaluations is being done? Thank you.
Yes, Honourable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, I agree with my colleague. Though the irony is that, Mr. Speaker, this road was previously in a very bad state. It has been done to a very high level of quality. Sadly, the road looks very, very good, and unfortunately, motorists are unable to control themselves in terms of adhering to the speed limits. So we are working with the MTTD to make sure that the speed limits that apply to this road are fully implemented, while the ministry takes time to implement further speed control measures on the road to make sure we limit the carnage on the road. I agree with him, and that we ought to speed up the interventions that will make sure that the accidents reduced. But I will work with him. The difficulty is that we complain when the roads are in bad state, and then when they are done to the standards we want, then it becomes another danger. So I think it is purely the issue of motorists adhering to the speed limits that have been applied or is prescribed for these kinds of roads. I mean, basically going to build several speed ramps on the road just reduces the effect we want people to have on the road. That is to travel within reasonable time. So we'll continue to work with the MTTD and also implement the rest of the safety features on the road. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much. Question number 6F, standing in the name of Honorable Emmanuel Kweku Boem, Pro East. You have the floor.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, with your indulgence, I want to...
Well, that is for transport.
Yes.
So, honourable members, let's vary the order of questions and take the rest of the questions for the roads minister, as we did in the case of the minister responsible for interior, so that we can discharge him for the minister responsible for transport to take his turn. Yes?
Speaker, I think we can proceed.
Very well. So, question numbered 181. 187. Mr. Honorable Mumuni Mohammed Nuruddin, Narelugu Gambaga.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise to ask the Minister for Roads and Highways when the construction of the following roads in Naleru Gamba constituency will be completed. Naleru Sakugu, Bumpurgu Nakpanduri roads.
Honorable member, the question on the order paper, you have not fully asked the question. May you do so.
Mr. Speaker, thank you very much. I rise to ask the Minister for Roads and Highways when the construction of the Naleru Sakugu Nakpanduri Bumpurgu roads awarded by the previous government, that is the Nanado Bawumia-led administration, will be completed. Thank you very much.
Honorable member, take a cue. You are to read the question. You don't add, you don't subtract. So, from your question, tell me where Nanado Bawumia is mentioned.
Mr. Speaker, thank you very much. If I say the previous government alone, and I don't add Nanado Bawumia, the previous government can...
Why didn't you add Nanado Bawumia to the question at the time you are filing it? Honorable member, we are applying rules. You can forfeit the right to ask the question.
Mr. Speaker, I take the question again. I ask the Minister for Roads and Highways when the construction of Naleru Nakpanduri Bumpurgu road awarded by the previous government will be completed. Thank you very much.
Yes, Honorable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, the Narlegu, Sakogu, Nakpanduri, Bumpurungu Road. Background. This road is a section of IR11 highway that runs through the Northeast and Upper East regions. It is located within the Gambaga municipality and Bukurugu district in the Northeast region. The length of 68 kilometers. Current program. The phase 1. Upgrading of Narilugu Nakpanduri Road, 25.8 kilometers. The B, Lot 2, resealing of Nakpanduri Bende Road, kilometers 0 to 27. And then the third one, upgrading of Bendi Bumpurugu Road, kilometer 15 to 0.2. A, upgrading of Nalegu-Nakanduri Road. The contract commenced on the 29th of November, just a few days before the election, for completion by 28th of November 2026. Progress of work is estimated at 17%. The contractor is on site and works are progressing currently. B, the resealing of Nakanduri Bende Road. The contract commenced on the 12th of December 2024, after the election, for completion on the 11th of December 2026. The contractor is yet to mobilize to site. 3, upgrading of Bende Bunkurugu Road. The contract commenced on the 12th of December, once again after the election 2024, for completion by 11th December 2026. Progress of work is estimated at 19% physical completion. The contractor is on site and works are ongoing, Mr. Speaker.
Any supplementary question?
Thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker. Honourable Minister, if you look at this particular route, it starts at Nalergo, a popular point called Nyang Kulga. And currently, the bridge at Nyang Kulga is using a temporary steel bridge. I want to find out, is construction of permanent bridge of Nyang Kulga part of the project?
Yes, Honourable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, the question was clear to ask the Minister for Roads and Highways when the Narlegu, Sakogu, Nakanduri, Bukugu Road awarded by the previous government will be completed. You are now talking about a specific scope within or without the project. I am unaware of a temporary bridge that needed to be replaced. If the question were to tell you about the scope of works, I would have confirmed whether that particular bridge is part of the project or not. So I'm unable to comment on whether the temporary bridge will be replaced or not. But I can only assume that since it's the bridge is on that stretch, it would have been worked on as part of this project.
Honourable members, for the purposes of all of us taking a cue, Order 88.2 states that the member called shall rise and ask the question that stands in the name of the member on the order paper. That is why you must read the question on the order paper. You don't have a right to choose to leave part of the question or now introduce other issues into the question. So we should be guided accordingly. 2, for supplementary question, 89 concluded by saying that supplementary question shall not introduce a matter not included in the original question. So, honourable member, be guided by these 2 rules accordingly. Let's move to question number 204, standing in the name of Honourable Robert Wisdom Kujo, Member of Parliament for Prestia, Huni Valley.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise to ask the Minister for Roads and Highways the status of the Bogosu issue siding Huni Valley Road.
Yes, Honourable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, the Bogosu Nsu siding Huni Valley Road, 26 kilometers, is in the Prestia Huni Valley municipality of the Western region. The road forms part of regional route R121, current program. This road has been awarded on contract under the title Upgrading of Bogosu Nsu Siding, Huni Valley Road, Lot 4. Works commenced on the 19th of March 2020 for completion by 19th of September 2022. Huni Valley Road, the Huni Valley Town Road was packaged as variation order under the upgrading of Bogosu Nsu Siding Huni Valley Road Lot 4. Physical progress of work is estimated at 37.6%. The contractor is currently not at site due to delayed payment for works done. Steps are being taken to get the contractor back to site to complete the outstanding works.
Any supplementary?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, may I be privileged to some of the steps taken because this project has been abandoned for almost 3 years now.
Yes. Let's move to question number 8. Yes. Honorable.
Mr. Speaker, thank you. Mr. Speaker, the minister before this House tells us that steps are being taken to ensure that the contractor gets back to site. That is a very major road. He also says that it's as a result of some non-payment. May I know from him whether that road is part of the priority for payment in respect of what has been released?
Well, this should be a very fresh question. And Honorable Minority Leader, let me also remind you that at conclave, it was agreed that we will not take supplementary questions on constituency-specific questions. So let's proceed to question number 205.
Mr. Speaker, with respect, that is correct. But Mr. Speaker, this House will rely on public records. And it is not only us, but the interest of the public. If we have the minister sharing with us a critical information to the effect that steps are being taken, and also makes a disclosure that the delay is as a result of non-payment, I believe that it necessarily follows that the members of the public, especially users of that stretch of the road, a lot of trucks use that stretch of the road. I've been in that area before, and I know the traffic levels. I only want to know from the minister whether, as part of the steps, he is prioritizing the payment. He was very
Honorable
general. But if you don't
Leader,
want him to answer, that's
Honorable
okay.
Minority Leader, the question is on the status. You are talking about steps. By the rules, this question is overruled. Question number 205. Standing in the name of Honorable Elvis Osei Mensah Dapa, Ahafuano South West. You have the floor.
Mr. Speaker, I rise under Order 883 and with the authorization of Honorable Elvis Osei Mensah Dapa. With your permission, I'll proceed to...
Please ask the question.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise to ask the Minister for Roads and Highways the update on the re-awarding the bitumen surfacing of Mpasaso number 2 to Asioko feeder roads, as there was a recommendation to terminate the contract in 2023. Thank you.
Yes, Honorable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, thank you for the opportunity. Mpasaso number 2 to Asioko Road background. This road is a feeder road, and sections of this road are captured in the Department of Feeder Road database as we also to 1 Samie Feeder Road, 40.86 kilometers. The road section from Wioso to Mpasaso number 1, which is 19.5 kilometers long, is paved and in fair surface condition. Whereas the section from Mpasaso number 1 to Mpasaso number 2, Asioko, Wasa Mere, is partially engineered and in poor surface condition. It is located in the Ahafo and North South West District of the Ashanti region. The road was divided into 2, phase 1 of and awarded under two separate contracts as follows. Bitumen surfacing of Mpasaso number 2 to Asuoko Feeder Road, and then bituminous surfacing of Mpasaso number 2 to Asuoko Feeder Road, another 7.4 to 23.5. The above roads A and B were awarded under the contract titled Bituminous Surfacing of Mpasaso number 2 Asuoko Feeder Road, and then bituminous surfacing of same under phase 2. The contracts commenced on the 6th of October 2020 for completion by 5th of October 2021. The contractors failed to commence work on site, resulting in no physical works done. The contract terminated on 6th of May 2024. Current program, there is no program on this road. Engineering design, future program, engineering design studies have been carried out on the entire 40.86 kilometers of the road for consideration under the 2026 budget upon availability of funds.
Any supplementary?
No supplementary, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much. Question number 208, standing in the name of Honorable Robert Wisdom Kujo, Member of Parliament for Prestia, Huni Valley. You have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Once again, Mr. Speaker, I rise to ask the Minister for Roads and Highways measures being implemented to improve the Prestia and Huni Valley Township roads.
Yes, Honorable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, Prestia and Huni Valley are towns within the Prestia-Huni Valley municipality in the western region, with Bogoso as its capital. Kilometer 10.15 of the roads of this road is within the municipality where were upgraded to bituminous surfacing under a Sino-Hydro Master Program. Substantial completion of these roads were in June 2022, with defect notification period ending in June 2023. Current program, the Department of Urban Road shall continue to undertake routine and periodic maintenance activities of both the paved and unpaved roads within the municipality. Future program, engineering studies of the road network will be undertaken to identify roads that need upgrading, rehabilitation, or reconstruction by the end of the fourth quarter of 2025. Project implementation shall, however, be dependent on the availability of funds.
Yes, Honourable Member, any supplementary question?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, this information, this bituminous surfacing program was undertaken only in Prestia, part of Prestia, but for Huni Valley Township, the contractor just dug some gutters and left the project. So
Honourable Member, question. Question number 206, standing in the name of Honourable Dr. Albert Tenyako, Member of Parliament for Yilo Krobo.
Right, Honourable Speaker. I wish to withdraw the question.
Much. Question accordingly withdrawn. Question number 207, standing in the name of Honourable Dr. Albert Tenyakote, Member of Parliament for Yilo Krobo. You have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I wish to withdraw this question as well.
Question number 207 accordingly withdrawn. Then question number 209, standing in the name of Honourable Elvis Jose Mensah Dapa, Member of Parliament for Ahafoano Southwest Constituency. Honourable Member, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I come under the same order, and I have the authorization of the member to ask the question on his behalf.
Please, go ahead.
Thank you. I rise to ask the Minister for Roads and Highways the progress on on the upgrade to bitumen surfacing of the Yosu to Wansamre feeder roads stretch, which was awarded to contractors in 2018. Thank you.
Yes, Honorable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, the Ampaso number 2. This is question number 209.
Yes, 209.
Okay.
208.
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
209.
Yes. The Ampaso number 2, Asoko Road, forms part of the Wioso Wansamre Road. The road section from Wioso to Ampasaso number 1, which is a 19.5 kilometer long road, is paved in fair surface condition, whereas the section from Ampasaso number 1 to number 2 and then leading to Asoko Wansamre is partially engineered and in poor surface condition. It is located in the Ahafwano South West District of the Ashanti region. A section of the road from Welso to Wansamre was captured under the contract title Bituminal Surfacing of Ampasaso number 2 to Asoko Feeder Road. The road was awarded under the contract resurfacing of Ampasaso number 2 to Asoko Feeder Road. That is phase 2. The contract commenced on the 6th of October 2020 for completion by 5th of October 2021. The contractor failed to commence works on site, resulting in no physical progress. The contract was terminated on 6th of May 2024. Engineering design studies have been carried out on the entire 40.86 kilometers of road for consideration under the 2026 budget upon availability of funds.
Any supplementary question?
Yes, Mr. Speaker. Can the Honorable Minister give assurance to prioritize this road in the 2026 budget as indicated?
Yes, Honorable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, we prioritize every road in the public road in the country, and we shall consider this in the next budget based on availability of funds.
Honourable members, may I, on behalf of the House, thank the Honourable Minister responsible for roads and highways for attending upon the House to respond to the questions. Honourable Minister, you are hereby discharged. Honourable members, let's move to urgent questions scheduled for Minister responsible for transport, who is here to respond to those questions. Honourable Minister, kindly take your seat. Question number 6F, standing in the name of Honorable Emmanuel Kwakuboem, Pro East. You have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I want to seek your indulgence to withdraw this question. Thank you.
Question number 6F, accordingly withdrawn. Question number 6G, standing in the name of Mr. John Dako, Member of Parliament for Swami. Honourable Member, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Honourable Speaker. Speaker, I rise to ask the Minister for Transport to update the House on the renovation of the Kotoka International Airport Terminal 2, the purpose of the renovation, the cost and the source of funding for the renovation. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Honourable Minister, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, in recent times, Terminal 3 at Kotoka International Airport has witnessed increasing passenger volumes and congestion during peak hours. To address this, Ghana Airport Company Limited has developed a plan to convert Terminal 2 into a dual-purpose facility that can support Terminal 3 during peak times. Mr. Speaker, the purpose of the repurposing is one, to maximize the use of Terminal 2, thereby reducing reliance on Terminal 3 and enhancing airport capacity. 2, to position Terminal 2 to handle increasing domestic and international passenger volumes. 3, a dual-purpose Terminal 2 will also provide an alternative passenger facilitating, ensuring seamless operations during peak travel periods or emergencies that may affect Terminal 3. Mr. Speaker, the project is fully funded by Ghana Airport Company Limited through its internally generated funds under the capital expenditure budget to a total cost of $9,493,150 United States dollars. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Any supplementary question?
Yeah, Mr. Speaker, on this no supplementary question.
Thank you. We now move to question number 6H, also standing in the name of Honorable John Dako, Member of Parliament for Swami. Honorable Member, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I rise to ask the Minister for Transport whether the ministry is aware of the breakdown of the parking cashiers or the pay station at the Kotoka International Airport and what the ministry is doing to fix it. Thank you very much.
Yes, Honorable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the ministry is informed of the issue and steps are being taken by Ghana Airport Company Limited to resolve it. This will include the replacement of old equipment and the introduction of digital payment options, such as POX and mobile payment platforms. Mr. Speaker, currently, a new equipment has been installed at some major car parks at the Kotoka International Airport and at testing phases. Mr. Speaker, this will run until 31st July 2025. Thank you, Speaker.
Honorable Member, any supplementary question?
Yes, right, Honorable Speaker. So, Mr. Minister, so in the meantime, what is the ministry doing to ease the burden of travelers who have had to spend several minutes queuing to pay before they can leave the parking lot?
Yes, Honorable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, the ministry through the Ghana Airport Company Limited is increasing the number of cashiers at the parks. We have also increased the number of the POS from 3 to 6. And again, we are increasing the number of payment platforms from 3 to 6 too. We believe that this will help reduce the congestion and the traffic during peak hours. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honourable members, we then move to item number 7 to take question number 89. Standing in the name of Honourable Kojo Opon Nkrumah, Ofosi IRB Member of Parliament.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise to ask the Minister for Transport the timelines for promoting the installation of solar systems in public buildings to be used for charging vehicles in accordance with Section 5142 of the Electronic Vehicle Policy of Ghana. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Honourable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, the National Electronic Vehicle Policy outlines institutional arrangements for implementation, assigning the lead responsibility for promoting the installation of solar systems in public buildings to the Ministry of Energy and Green Transition, as well as the Ministry of Works and Housing and Water Resources. Mr. Speaker, the policy adopts a phased implementation approach, and according to the implementation roadmap, we have from 2024 to 2026 to promote the installation of solar systems in public buildings for charging electronic vehicles. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Any supplementary?
Yes, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, in his answer, he says they have between 2024 and 2026. I want to find out from him whether in practice it has actually started as at now, and if while at that they are offering any incentives to the operators of public buildings. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Honorable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, as I stated in my response, the lead role is within the Ministry of Energy and Green Transition. But there's a collaboration between the Ministry of Transport and the Ministry of Energy and Green Transition, and some of the installations have been put in place by now. Even some will be commissioned soon. The other incentive is to let the people be aware of the advantages of using EV vehicles, because they are cheaper to operate and they are good for general public transportation. So that is the campaign we are doing in the regions. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. We then take question number 90. Also standing in the name of Honorable Kojo Opon Nkrumah.
Mr. Speaker, thank you once again. I want to find out from the Minister the timelines for reviewing existing relevant laws to accommodate the electric vehicle ecosystem in Ghana, and which laws specifically are being affected by this. Thank you.
Yes, Honorable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, as outlined in the implementation roadmap of the policy, we have from 2024 to 2026 to review the current laws to support the electronic vehicle ecosystem. Mr. Speaker, some laws have already been reviewed, including the Value Added Tax Act 2013, Act 870, as amended, Act 2023, Act 1170, which introduced an exemption from VAT on the importation of electronic vehicles for public transportation. Mr. Speaker, we are also reviewing the road traffic regulations 2012 LI 2180 to accommodate the electronic vehicle ecosystem. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Any supplementary?
Yes, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I want to find out from the Minister what he intends to do about the lopsided implementation of the VAT amendment. As of now, the implementation is only affecting large occupancy commercial vehicles, and the low occupancy commercial vehicles are excluded. What does the Minister intend to do to ensure that there's equity in the application?
Yes, Honorable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, when it comes to taxes and their review and implementations, the lead ministry is the Ministry of Finance. Like I earlier on stated, we are in collaboration with them, and we are having time between now to 2026. And it is my belief that we'll continue to collaborate and roll out the policy roadmap. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
Speaker,
bear with me, I have expertise in this area. So the first question, I had tried to catch your attention.
Very well.
Ask a follow-up question. Now, if I may follow up, in the broader context of decarbonization, which is relevant in EV vehicle usage, apart from the possible actions you have enumerated, the amendment to existing laws, are you considering working closely with the Minister of Finance to ensure that import duties on such vehicles are reduced to the barest minimum, so that we can reduce these encumbrances in terms of how people try to import these vehicles we consider as the order of the day, which helps in the...
You're talking about the import duties imposed by law?
Yes. Yes, Speaker.
Yes. Honorable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I indicated that some exemptions are being enjoyed from the VAT, value added tax.
And I stated that the lead ministry is the Ministry of Finance because it has to do with a lot of expenditure that will be considered. We have a roadmap to 2026, and I gave the assurance that we will continue to collaborate with the Ministry of Finance for us to ensure that we roll out all the policies that are stated in the National Electronic Vehicle Policy Framework. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honourable members, let's move to question numbered 91. Also standing in the name of Honourable Kojo Opon Nkrumah.
Speaker, thank you. I want to ask the Minister for Transport the timelines, the program of the government to provide monetary and non-monetary incentives to facilitate the penetration of EVs into Ghana in accordance with Section 511 of the policy.
Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, to drive the uptake of the electronic vehicle, both monetary and non-monetary incentives are necessary. And according to the implementation roadmap, the first phase, spanning from 2024 to 2026, focuses on creating these financial and non-financial incentives. Mr. Speaker, the Value Added Tax Act 2013, Act 870, as amended by Act 2023, Act 1107, which introduced an exemption from VAT on the importation of electronic vehicles for public transportation, has already taken effect. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Any supplementary question?
Yes, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I want to find out from him when he will present this program of the incentives, or when the government will present this program of incentives to Parliament. Thank you.
Yes, Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Well, do you have any interest in electronic business?
Please, you only address the chair.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. No.
Honourable former Minister, kindly resume your seat.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I stated that we are going to collaborate with the Ministry of Finance. That is the lead ministry in this regard. And so we will continue to do the collaboration. And within the framework, the time given from now to 2026, we will soon be in this house to roll out all the incentives. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Honourable Minority Chief Whip.
Speaker, the Minister repeatedly has observed that the Minister of Finance will play an important role, which is one aspect of the connecting factors or the variables. However, there are variables such as there are variables which are also relevant, such as garage operators, mechanics, and academia, because the question has to do with the penetration of EV vehicles in our country. And I further want to find out from the Minister if in his pursuit of Minister of Finance support, he's also considering these variables which are key in the implementation and the penetration of EVs in our country.
Yes, Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. With the Ministry of Transport role in this roadmap, we are doing sensitization in all those areas. All the educational institutions, we have done up to 13 regions, legal 3. And the roadmap gives us up to mid-year next year to be able to complete the nationwide sensitization, to let them understand the importance of engaging in the electronics, because they are the ones that will bring down our costs, and also our environment would be safe when we all engage in the EV usage. So awareness is being created, and we are collaborating with the ministry to also look at the financial aspect, and then we will be able to implement as directed by the roadmap. Thank you.
I have some skills in this area, and if the minister wouldn't mind, I'll offer him a pro bono service for him to continue.
Honorable member, you can engage the minister privately.
But I'm saying it for the record. The minister is my friend.
Does the minister need your pro bono services on the floor of Parliament?
No, I'm just offering myself. 887. I'm not offensive. How?
Honorable members, question number 114. Standing in the name of Honorable Setose Akoto, Echima Mponua, Member of Parliament.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Former Chief Director.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I seek your indulgence to withdraw the question. Thank you.
Very well. Question accordingly withdrawn. Honorable Minister, on behalf of the House, we thank you sincerely for attending upon the House and responding to all questions scheduled for you. You are accordingly discharged. Yes. Majority Chief Whip, any indication? Question time is ended.
Speaker, that is so. Speaker, we are now ready to do some business. The report from the Agri Committee in respect of the fisheries bill that was referred to them is ready. 2 reports actually, Mr. Speaker. Yes. So, Speaker, with your leave, let's reference
Minority Chief Whip, what do you say? We are now at public business. However, we vary the order of business to take the motion number 16.
I'm in full support. He knows that when he gets my cooperation, and you see him full of smiles. But I also want to remind him that there are outstanding business. Your members at your back, the morale is low. We will support you to do your business. But Speaker, morale is low. You should take a cue. But I support it.
Yes, Honorable Majority Chief Whip, please take note of the concerns raised.
Speaker,
say the morale is low.
Cue duly taken.
You need to energize everybody.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
At commencement of public business, item numbered F, I, and II. Chairman of the committee.
Report of the Committee on Food, Agriculture and Cocoa Affairs on the determination of the agency of the Fisheries and Aquaculture Bill 2025. Report of the Committee on Food, Agriculture and Cocoa Affairs on the Fisheries and Aquaculture Bill 2025.
Honorable members, the reports have been duly presented and it is for distribution to honorable members. Thank you very much, Chairman of the committee. Yes, Majority Chief Whip. Can we now take the motion 16?
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Chairman of the committee.
Mr. Speaker, I seek your leave to move the motion on order paper numbered item 16 that the Fisheries and Aquaculture Bill 2025 may be moved today on a certificate of urgency. I so move.
Honorable members, motion moved. Any seconder?
I thought 16 is a procedural motion.
That is the procedural motion that he has moved.
You move item 16. Okay. So I rise to second the motion.
Very well. Motion moved and seconded. This is a procedural motion. The question is, seconded. As many as are in favor of the motion say aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. The motion is accordingly adopted. Yes.
Speaker, consequentially, may we take motion number 17?
Very well. Motion 17. Chairman of the committee, you may now move motion number 17.
Mr. Speaker, thank you for the opportunity to move the motion on the order paper numbered 17 for the determination of the agency of this bill. Mr. Speaker, whilst moving that motion, that you adopt the report that we are presenting to your house, to this house, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, allow me to give a few highlights on the justification for the agency. Mr. Speaker, I request the Hansa Department to capture the full content of this report as if it was read in its entirety. Mr. Speaker, allow me to give you a brief history, which should be brief, and also highlight some aspects for Hansard because of the fact that, Mr. Speaker, this bill was considered in the 8th Parliament. And in the 8th Parliament, we couldn't go through the full process. And so it expired with the term of the previous Parliament. Fortunately, some members of your committee also find themselves in the same committee of agriculture where this bill has been referred to again. Mr. Speaker, we realized that there was then an opportunity for the ministry to imbibe its energy and vision into the new legislative framework for consideration. Mr. Speaker, we accordingly took your referral, considered it, and in our deliberations, we observed a lot of stakeholder interest in bringing new dimensions to a modern way of managing the fisheries industry. And so we took a lot of those considerations on board and made substantial changes and revisions attending to some of the provisions that have been provided. Mr. Speaker, this report, I refer you to page 3 and page 4 that has a table that extensively captured most of the revisions that have been made to the provisions. Mr. Speaker, the fact that you gave it on the certificate of agency, we realized that we needed to include this together with the Attorney General and then relay the bill. Mr. Speaker, it's now been incorporated in the new report and the bill before you, and it has accordingly been relayed for your consideration. I so submit, Mr. Speaker, the agency is relevant, and I invite this House to consider the report recommending that the bill be taken on the certificate of agency. I so submit, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members, motion move, report presented.
Speaker.
Yes, you have the floor.
Speaker, I second the motion on the floor. Speaker, as you are aware, this bill, the drafting of it started way back in 2022. And as the chairman has indicated, it has gone through a lot of transformation, review upon review. And again, as you are aware, we have already been shown the yellow card. Speaker, in football circles, if you are shown a second yellow card, it means red card. We shouldn't wait until we are shown another yellow card. Speaker, we'll risk losing our export to the European market. So I urge this House to support the committee in adopting the report of the committee for their report to be taken under the certificate of agency. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Honourable members, motion moved and seconded. Honourable members, as indicated by the chairman of the committee, this is a similar motion moved, seconded, and debated by the House. We are again at this stage because the proposed amendment of the committee and others were integrated into the bill. So the old one that has been debated was withdrawn and reintroduced. In view of this, how many contributors do we take at this stage? Do we take the leadership and then I will put a question?
Speaker, that's the agreement.
Very well. Minority Chief Whip, you have the floor.
Speaker, let me first of all commend the leadership of the committee, both chair and ranking, and I cannot leave out the minister who has strongly followed through on these matters. Looking at the report, I think there is a consensus, both sides of the committee, that it should be taken under certificate of urgency, so there is no debate about it. I am happy if you read the report, clearly captured is what the committee has done in terms of the consultation. My worry has been the consultation. We all know how the issues has been sprawling in terms of the fishing industry. And Minister, I know you are an expert in this area, but my worry has often been what has been the extent of consultation in these matters. Oftentimes, we are in a hurry to sign agreement, international agreement. Don't forget, we have taken a prior decision by signing an agreement which is relevant. And now we are trying to incorporate some of the content of the agreement signed into this bill. That I commend you highly. The ranking member could not have captured the concerns rally when he spoke to the yellow card status that as a country we have attracted. And we cannot delay further to attract a red card. That would be an avoidable pain. So, Speaker, without adding more, I think I support it, and let's proceed and take the decision and then move on to the next stage. So, Minister, we commend you highly for this swift action to change the legal regime, which I think is very important. Speaker, thank you.
Thank you very much. Yes, Majority Chief Whip.
Speaker, I adopt the submissions from my brother as though they were mine, and to add that reference to paragraph 4, subparagraph 2 of the report, page 7 of 8, Speaker, the essence of the agency of the taking this bill with alacrity is aptly captured. Speaker, we are told that, especially in the second sentence, that Ghana is tagged as a non-compliant country in the fight against illegal fishing activities. Failure to act swiftly in changing the legal regime could result in the issuance of a red card by the EU. Speaker, the report is further indicating that a red card will result in a complete ban on the exportation of fish and fishery products to the European market, Mr. Speaker, and this could lead to an estimated loss of $425 million. So, Speaker, we are speaking pure matters of extreme commercial value to the nation. So, with these words, I urge the House to adopt this report so that the bill can be taken under certificate of urgency. I thank you for the opportunity.
Honourable members, at the conclusion of the debate, the question is as many as are in favour of the motion say aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. The motion is accordingly adopted, and this House has approved that the Fisheries and Aquaculture Development Bill, or the Fisheries and Aquaculture Bill 2025, be taken under a certificate of urgency. May we skip motion numbered 18 and take motion numbered 19.
Speaker, that's so.
Yes. Minister for Fisheries and Aquaculture Development, you have the floor. Motion numbered 19.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I seek your leave to move the motion numbered 18
No.
19.
Yes, 19.
19. That the Fisheries and Aquaculture Bill 2025 be now read a second time. I so move. Thank you.
Thank you. Motion moved. Any seconder?
Mr. Speaker, I second the motion.
Honourable members, motion moved and seconded, and it is for the consideration of the House. Yes. Honourable member, present the report.
In seconding, Mr. Speaker, I wish to submit the committee's...
Honourable members, we are all making mistakes. Our second reading, we don't second. So you just go ahead and present the report.
Yes, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, in seconding, I wish to present your committee's report for adoption. And, Mr. Speaker, following your leave to withdraw and relay the bill, your committee had a meeting yesterday, the 8th of July, and considered the referral. Mr. Speaker, this report is presented to you, and let me invite the Hansard to capture the full content of the report as if it was fully read to this House. Mr. Speaker, whilst doing that, allow me to highlight some observations. One observation is that the relevant stakeholders...
Remember, the Hansard has captured the entire report, so at conclusion.
Mr. Speaker, thank you. I am so advised. And I then conclude, Mr. Speaker, by saying that taking cognizance of the issues addressed in the bill, the committee accordingly recommends that the House adopts the report on the Fisheries and Aquaculture Bill 2025 and pass the bill in accordance with Article 106(13) and Standing Order 1604 of Parliament. I so submit, Mr. Speaker.
Honourable members, report has been duly presented and pursuant to Standing Order 127, a full debate shall arise on the principle, the rationale, the mischief that the bill is seeking to cure on the basis of the explanatory memorandum and the report of the committee. Again, this report has been taken by this House, debated and adopted, and then we move to a consideration stage. We are back at this stage owing to the fact that some amendments have been integrated leading to the reintroduction of the bill. How many contributors do we then take? Yes, majority chief.
Speaker, we've agreed that we'll take 2-2.
Very well.
1-1. No, hold on.
Yes, ranking member of the committee. I get the sense. 1-1. Very well.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, last week I visited my doctor and I was asked to cut down on the intake of red meat. But the same doctor, Mr. Speaker, recommended that I increase my consumption on fish. So, Speaker, that is how important the fishery industry is. Speaker, it's so important that we cannot allow the fish stocks to be depleted. Mr. Speaker, the current law, the Act 625, has not seen any major review. A lot of the international requirements have not been cured. And if you come to the local level as well, there are a lot of deficiencies. So this new law is to cure the deficiencies. Speaker, the old law concentrated mainly on marine fisheries. Very little attention was given to aquaculture. And Speaker, those of us from the inland, we are so much interested in aquaculture. And the youth of this country too, Speaker, they are also very much interested in going into aquaculture. And this new bill has taken care of all the laws governing the aquaculture. Speaker, in the old law, it also didn't address the climate change. And Speaker, you know these days, any law which doesn't address climate change will be so deficient. And this new law takes very good care of climate change. Again, Speaker, any law which is forced on stakeholders, especially the small-scale fisheries, Speaker, is not likely to work. So this new law takes very good care of the co-management of the fishery industries. So, Speaker, this new law has a lot of strict rules to govern illegal, unreported, and unregulated fisheries. So I recommend for the adoption of this House. The Speaker, I so submit.
Thank you very much. Yes, Honorable Gakba.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me the opportunity. Mr. Speaker, the old law is disjointed, and then currently the new law is trying to actually merge all the law to make it one law where it can be run by the industry. Mr. Speaker, as the law is not static, it's dynamic. The old law has certain things, new things are emerging, especially when it comes to marine protected area. We are talking about blue economy. We are talking about how increasing nature of the aquaculture in the country, and then new issues are emerging in terms of technology, in terms of the issue of climate change is also an issue we need to consider in this bill. And these are the new emerging issues that need to be addressed by the new bill. As we speak, Ghana currently, if care is not taken, we are already on yellow card, and then by the EU. And then if care is not taken, Ghana is going to lose almost about $425 million above that. And if that happens, it will have direct impact on our economy. So in view of this, Mr. Speaker, I call on the House as a matter of urgency to adopt this report. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity.
Honourable members, at the conclusion of the debate, as many as are in favour say aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it. The report is accordingly adopted.
An act to review and consolidate the laws relating to the sustainable exploitation of fisheries resources. Establish the Fisheries Commission to ensure the long-term conservation, development, management, and utilization of fisheries and aquaculture resources. Contribute to the attainment of a sustainable blue economy and to provide for related matters.
Honourable members, the Fisheries and Aquaculture Bill 2025.
And this has been live coverage of the happenings in Parliament there, as we've brought you how the House has deliberated on key issues today. The presence of some ministers to answer questions from both sides of the House. First was the Interior Minister Muntaka Mubarak answering questions relating to airport security, specifically narcotic detectors. There's also the Roads Minister. He has been to Parliament answering constituency-specific questions as well. The Laregu-Bumpubu Road, for instance, has been of paramount interest to the members of Parliament concerned with that road. The Transport Minister, Joseph Bukari-Nikpe, has also been to Parliament to answer questions. And right now, what is happening is that the Fisheries and Aquaculture Bill 2025, Parliament has approved the bill to be considered under a certificate of urgency. That's our coverage today, but it is continuing on our social media platforms at TV3 Ghana, but the coverage on television is ending now. It is, however, continuing on our social media platform, TV3 Ghana, and we are returning to normal programming. The news team will be here at 7 o'clock with News 360, updating us on all other key happenings in the country and outside of the country. My name is Noble Crosby, and thank you so much for spending your time with us. Bye-bye.